Okay, right off the top and happening right now, an investigation underway in Berlin, Germany after a deadly attack on a pride festival in that German capital. The suspect drove a van right into a crowd and then attacked people, reportedly with a machete. It happened Saturday. One person died, dozens more hurt. The suspect shot and killed by police after authorities say he charged them with that knife. Live to CBS News, foreign correspondent Chris Livesay with new reporting this hour. Chris, I've been reading some of the fascinating findings you've had regarding a history with domestic terror. Walk us through what you found out.
Oh, that's right, Reed. In fact, we're actually in his neighborhood here in Berlin, Germany. Now, it was last year when authorities say he flew to Lebanon to try to join ISIS in neighboring Syria. Then it came back to Germany and in May was convicted of, quote, serious violence, or at least planning to carry out serious violence, and for distributing ISIS propaganda. However, he received a suspended sentence, so he was not in prison. Prosecutors were appealing that. And then just 3.5 weeks ago, police visited his home under suspicion that he was harboring weapons, but came up empty-handed, only found a toy gun.
Deradicalization specialists, walk us through what they are, because we understand they screened him twice. How did that all play out?
Yeah, well, this is where things get really interesting. So he was ordered to participate in a de-radicalization program and was in the process of going through these screening sessions before the attack took place over this weekend. In those first 2 screenings, specialists determined, in an interview with us, they told us that they determined that he was not appropriate for the program. They were about to reject him from joining the program at his 3rd session. That 3rd session was supposed to take place today. Now, the reason they de-radicalized him was because of what they said was suspicious cooperation. It seemed like they were getting information that he thought they wanted to hear. What was very suspicious was he claimed that he was no longer an Islamist extremist at all, and they said that that was just too big of a pill to swallow. They called it fake cooperation in the interview that we had with a spokesperson. Also, and this is very important, they said, quote, he might have belonged in prison. In other words, he should have been in prison, perhaps, where he wouldn't have been able to carry out these attacks. However, the spokesperson was emphatic that this was not a decision for their organization to make, but was one for German authorities. And that is the big question that people are asking here in Germany, was how was this person allowed to be out on the streets when he was already under observation? How was this attack capable of taking place? Why didn't police intervene before it happened? Reed.
Chris Livesay chasing the answers and a lot of questions. Chris, thank you so much. Good to see you.